Melanie Lou, hashtag future first lady, hashtag Trump baby, hashtag MAGA. I cannot imagine having just had a baby. You've just brought a whole ass child into this world. You have a baby now that you are going to be raising. You have created life, and yet the first thing on your mind is yet still your obsession with the president. You're not thinking about your baby. No, you're thinking about Donald Trump. Really? Really? This video brought to you by my YouTube members and patrons. Thank you guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are going to be returning once again to r/insaneparents. I woke up with a migraine this morning and it's down to a dull roar now, so what better time to look at r/insaneparents. Why do I do this to myself? Very quickly before we begin, first of all, apologies for all of the chaos going on around me right now. We are in the process of moving and we'll be moving in a couple weeks, so exciting. We're moving to our dream city, but also lots of chaos. Also, YouTube members and patrons, if you're considering joining, or if you are a member and weren't aware of the fact, I upload one video extra every single week just for YouTube members and patrons, and you get that for as low as £1 a month. So please consider that. Other than that, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? So the context of this post before we get into it, OP told their mum that they are pro-choice, and their mum responded to that by messaging them saying, "This is kind of a weird question, but I'd like to know how many of your babies, grandkids, do I have in heaven? Just wanted to know." Literally none? Oh, okay. That's a really weird and personal and bizarre question to ask, but go off, I guess. Don't like it. Don't like it. My mum, after I got my first tattoo. "You don't have any idea how much you broke my heart today. Literally broke my heart. It's not like you can go back to the hair salon and say, change my color. The fucking ink is on you for years." Mind you, it's off my kid's birth flowers. The same kids she loves to call bastards because we're not legally married. Wow, there's additional layers with the added context there. That sounds like a really lovely tattoo, is getting your child's birth flowers. Knowing that your mum refers to your child as bastards, or children, I guess, as bastards, is just, that's for your mum to be doing that is gross. That's already not okay, but also that's not the kind of tattoo that you're just getting on a whim, like, oh, what a cute tattoo, just gonna randomly get this. And also, tattoos can be removed. Not that this is even the kind of tattoo that you would remove, but you can get tattoos removed. So it's not even like this is a permanent thing, but also, even if you had just gotten the tattoos on a whim, it's your body, it's your skin, it's your choice, it's not your mum's body. She doesn't have a right to be like, how could you get a tattoo? No! I've gotten tattoos on a whim. This little guy, he was a flash sheet. This was a flash sheet. This one here, this one was a flash sheet. I've got one on my leg that was a flash sheet. Half my tattoos that I've got have been flash sheets. I have a folder full of tattoos I want to get, but half of the tattoos that I've gotten in the past have been from flash sheets that I've seen and gone, that's a cool design, and I haven't regretted any of them. I like having cool designs on my body. My mum, after I asked her to turn down her music at 10 p.m. "Can you turn it down a bit, please?" "I literally just turned it on." "Yeah, and it's extremely loud." "Whatever. Better now?" "It doesn't sound like you turned it down at all." "There. Happy? I turned it off. Can't do a damn thing in my own house." "Did not ask you to turn it off, just down because it's late and I'm tired and don't feel good still." "If it's not loud, it's not music. My generation. I'm sorry you don't feel well." The classic making it all about herself, but also you can enjoy loud music and not be an asshole about it. My dad was literally raised in the punk generation. He was a very classic 70s punk, right? Listening to classic punk music. When my dad listens to music that's a bit loud and I'm trying to sleep, or sometimes when he puts movies on, his hearing isn't amazing. I don't think he quite realizes that. He can have it quite loud, and when I lived with my parents, my bedroom was directly above the living room, so it could be a bit loud. If I asked him to turn it down, he would turn it down. Or, right, crazy thought, if he wanted to listen to loud music, he had headphones. What? Headphones exist and allow you to play music at any volume you want without disturbing other people? What a crazy thought! I took my daughter's first paycheck and put it towards the light bill, rent, and a little gas money because last I checked, she lived here too. Now she wanna stomp around my house talking about I'm not working just to pay your bills and threatening to either move out or quit her job. Girl, be serious. You mad at me for showing you how it is in the real world? Welcome to adulthood, sweetheart. You don't get to blow checks at Sephora and Chick-fil-A when there's a house that needs to be taken care of. But go ahead and quit if you want to. You won't be living in my house for free. Now stomp that, honey. So you're stealing all of the money that your daughter has worked for because you have a house that you can't afford or are not working for yourself? Like, do you have a job? If so, can you pay your own bills? If not, why are you living in a place that you can't afford to keep? Also, gas money for a car that she doesn't drive, adding to that, but her whole paycheck, taking some of your daughter's paycheck to contribute to bills and stuff, understandable. Again, when I lived with my parents, I willingly contributed money when I was working because I'm living at my parents' house. That's understandable, but taking your daughter's whole paycheck, making it so that she's working and gets nothing out of it so that you can have a little bit of extra cash on the side is shitty behavior. Here's your task. Talk to your family or loved ones. Is there a story or person in your family's history that stands out? Someone whose journey deserves to be remembered and celebrated. Collect digital images and information about them to use in your label design. Are there any loved ones that stand out? I'm curious. That is an insulting question to all of us. Do better. What? I was just asking. I'm doing this for history class. Oh, I know. It's not flattering at all. I'm so confused. This has a really good response to it in the comments that I'm going to read out because it is perfect. Lol, I found some joy in your dad being insulted when you asked such an innocent question. He insulted himself because he could have easily said, yes, I accomplished blank, if he wanted it to be about him. But instead, he couldn't think of a single thing in his entire life and chose to be offended. And yeah, that's exactly what this is, right? So the OP here sent a message to a family chat saying, hey, I've got a thing from school where if we have any family members that have accomplished something interesting or cool, I can write about that. And the dad went, this is insulting, because he didn't have anything. He had nothing he could think of, but still wanted it to be about him. So he chose to get insulted because he couldn't make it about himself because he didn't have anything he was proud of, which is sad, but also just such a cell phone. Evil mum who sold daughter Jocelyn Smith 6 to healer who wanted her eyes and skin and was never seen again is jailed. That is a lot to unpack. But first of all, what kind of healer is that? What kind of healer did she send her daughter to that wanted her eyes and skin? Some weird, like, alternative medicine healer that requires a child's eyes and skin. So you have to kill someone to maybe heal someone, but not really, let's be honest. That's not a healer. That's just a serial killer with an excuse. But also, if you have a daughter who's 6 years old at this point and you can't look after her, there are so many things you could do that are not selling your daughter to a serial killer. I feel like that kind of goes without saying, but like, really? It's actually just so messed up on so many levels, but she should never have been a mother in the first place. She should never have been in charge of a child, ever. That child should have at the very least been in social care before the mother had a chance to do something like this. My mum's response to me not wanting to put sunscreen on to go to the bank and a couple garage sales. Count your damn money and don't speak to me for the foreseeable future. I don't have time for stupid. I will speak, you will do. Dinner is off for tonight. Direct everything in the foreseeable future to Dad and look up Asperger's. Someday you can write me a letter of apology. Then I say, you do. And that will be our relationship. Going forwards, I know I have to save you from your stupid self. You're lacking common sense, but we don't have to have a relationship. What a pathetic, childish response to you saying, I don't want to do something. God, it's just zero emotional maturity at all to be like, you're never talking to me again. We will never be talking. If you want to talk to a parent, you have to talk to your dad. You will do everything I say. I'm saving you from your stupid. But also telling them to look up Asperger's as if she's insinuating that they have autism when she just threw an absolute fit because they didn't want to do something she said. What? How does that insinuate that they have autism because they said, I don't really want to go to the bank. Count your damn money. I have to save you from yourself. You're so stupid. Just throws an absolute hissy fit. What a great parent. My mum lied, telling me the FBI called and kept it up for 2 hours. Can you get that AT&T call log for me? If not, I think you're lying to me. No, I said I'm sorry. I did not get a call. Please forgive me. So why did you lie about this? How am I going to trust you with information and personal details online in the future if you lied now? That's the only time I've ever lied to you, and you love the drama. Mom, I do not love the drama. I cannot trust you in the future now. Okay, whatever. I won't be discussing my personal life in the future. This is a huge lie that could have made me have a panic attack on the road and hurt myself. I, 23 for background, my mum called me when I was at a client's house and told me someone claiming the FBI called her and asked for personal details about me. I thought it was a guy who had been harassing me, calling, and I told her so. I had a panic attack while driving on the way home. I have severe anxiety due to living with her. She kept this lie up until I asked for numbers and asked her to check her AT&T logs so I could go file a police report. I suspected she was lying once I got home with her behavior. She finally admitted it. I'm so hurt and frustrated because I could have seriously hurt someone on the way home. She is always like this. You know for a fact when she says that's the only time I've ever lied to you and you love the drama, she's just so full of shit, right? First of all, if you're gonna lie about something like this, obviously not the only time you've lied. Second of all, she says, oh, you love the drama, as if she's not just made up a lie and held that lie up for 2 hours because she loves the drama. That's just such forceful projecting there to be like, you love the drama, when she's the one reveling in the drama she's created. It's just so pathetic. This one is, I will ignore the pottery. That's a really cool pot that they've made and the normal response to that pottery, but just to follow that up with a link to an article saying what driving an EV does to your blood. Nothing? They don't have emissions, so your blood's gonna be fine. But also, if you're worried about an EV doing stuff to your blood, wait till you hear about the fact that that phone that you're texting on right now, that's got a battery in it too. But also, there's something incredibly ironic about the generation of lead in car fuel saying EVs are bad for you. Like, probably not gonna be any worse than having lead being aerosolized by cars though, is it? I wish you could still, bro. My daughter called the cops after I disciplined her last year. It's fine to murder a child in the womb or cut off their genitals because they think they are something else, but heaven forbid if you slap a child and a little blood comes out. So, obvious transphobia, obvious incredibly uneducated transphobia because, well, when has a transphobe ever known what they're talking about? But no one's cutting off children's genitals. No trans child is having genital surgery, obviously. That doesn't need to be said. Anyone with even a modicum of common sense knows that that's not the case. But transphobia aside, you slapped your child and caused them to bleed. Yeah, that's abuse. This dude's literally trying to use transphobia as a defense for abusing his child. What? Your child rightfully called the police on you after you hit her and she bled. That's abuse. Plain and simple, that's abuse. That is assault. You deserve to be in jail. Hope that clears things up for you. And that is where I'm going to end the video. Oh boy, what a video, right? If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. A huge, massive special thank you to all of the wonderful YouTube members and patrons that do support me though. All of your names are up on screen right now, and it helps so much more than you realize. It genuinely helps so much. And to everybody that does support me, you guys get one extra video every single week. So for as low as £1 a month, that is basically 25p per video. So please do consider that because it genuinely helps a lot. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.